It's bigger than just tech. It's a movement. Let's go. Get them to the metaverse. Level up your mind. Tapping in the new worlds you ain't never tried. Hardware, headlines, keeping it tight. Look, abstract glow. Guess they like the mic. Get them to the metaverse. Whoa. Get them to the metaverse. Yeah. Get them to the metaverse. It's Joy and JDun. We bringing the universe. Kick it off right, Joy set the tone. JDun breaking it down from the zone. They talking gear, they talking space. XR dreams you can't replace. It's not just games, it's next gen tools where creators thrive and rewrite rules. From AR specs to the code they write. They shine that light in your heads at night. Mixed reality, stay in the know. They got the insights, let it all flow. Guests pull up with their future flames, breaking it down in the whole zone lane. So when you hear that beat, better buckle in. We talk the future where the real begins. Joy and JDun leading the wave. XR energy every time they play. Call them to the metaverse. Level up your mind. Tapping in the new worlds you ain't never tried. Hardware, headlines, keeping it tight. Abstract glow. Guess they like the mic. Yeah. Get them to the metaverse. Whoa. Get them to the metaverse. Yeah. Get them to the metaverse. It's Joy and JDun. We bringing the universe. One link. One verse. Let's get them to the metaverse. One link. One verse. Let's get them to the metaverse.
Yo, y'all know what it is. Hey, welcome to Get 'em to the Metaverse, the most littiest Metaverse podcast on the entire planet. And I got the pleasure to have the lovely, amazing, gorgeous, and crazy great JoyReign in the building. Joy, how you feeling today?
I am feeling amazing. And everybody, welcome to Get 'em to the Metaverse podcast, where you know that we're going to talk about all this news that's going on in the XR space. But before we get into that, JDun, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Look, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah. I ain't about to rap for y'all, but y'all know how I feel. Yeah. I ain't doing all that. Listen, man, you are tuned in to Get Into the Metaverse, where our mission is to help to make the most extraordinary metaverse an ordinary part of life. Once again, we are excited because it's Thanksgiving season, y'all. And well, let's just say, you know what? Mom, bitch, we got too much to talk about. Let's just get into breaking news. You ready to do this, Joy?
Yeah, but before we get into the breaking news, we got to acknowledge the people that's here already. They came in early.
Wait a minute. You so right. You so right. We love it. That's why we love Joy, y'all. Let's get Joy the good claps. Let's get Joy the good claps. She got the good claps. We got Mr. Trey in the building. Appreciate you, fam, tuning in live. Henry Wood say, I finally made it to y'all podcast live. Welcome. We got, now this is going to be a little hard one. My GD Ball K6J. Hey, yo, what's good? Henry Wood says, I'm waiting for this. I have the Guys XR as well. Still don't have my controllers yet. Mine come in January. We're going to talk
all about
them controllers for sure. Hardy World up in the building. What's good with you, fam?
Hey.
Thank you for tuning in live. We also got Pastor Corey Clark saying, finally got y'all live. Yes, it's about to be a lot of fun. Now, Joy, hopefully now we can get into what's going to be a crazy time in breaking news. You ready to do this, Joy? Let's do it. All right. So, we got to start this off with MetaQuest because Meta has been on fire lately. In fact, Meta gets the good claps. We also got a line like man in the building. We got to shout the brother out. What's good with you, Sam? Thank you for tuning in. All right. So, Joy, I must say, you see her smile, y'all, right? You see her prepared. The last podcast, we talked about a Quest 3 SL, and she was like, well, you know, they gonna run it back. You know, like Jay Uso, they gonna run it back, right? Well, I told her, I was like, no, we can't say that they're going to run it back. Come on. And Joy's like, yeah, so bet that up. They
And
running
even
it
a
back.
better deal.
Yeah. So what's the deal, Joy?
Okay.
I'm kind of
So
going off
at
on this.
Costco right now, you can get the Meta Quest 3S, the 128 gigabyte, and a 12-month Meta Horizon Plus subscription bundle for $199 right now. So, I mean, you can't beat that.
You
You can't
cannot.
beat that.
Listen, y'all. All right. Now, we all got those friends who be like, man, VR costs too much. $200. Okay.
Come on.
200 yin yangs, all right? It ain't that much. That is, first of all, for a Quest 3S that has the power. Now it's not Quest 3. We know that it doesn't have the pancake lenses. But this thing has the same power as the Quest 3. It actually has some nighttime vision with the way that the headset tracks your hand tracking, things like that, better than the Quest 3 actually.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of people actually prefer this over the Quest 3 in a lot of ways. And it's $200, and the 12-month subscription to Horizon Plus is absolutely insane. Why? Because there's some great catalog of games and applications you just get right off the back. So you get the Quest for $200, and then you get a full library of games and applications that you can use day one for 12 months. Like,
Now let's talk about to those people that
Yes.
have not upgraded yet. If you still rocking the Quest 2 with the black and white pass through, my friends, it is time. Don't give them the want. But
yeah.
my friends, it's time for you to upgrade. This is the best time you have that color pass through. You get that upgrade. It's going to feel like it's a whole new world if you get this Quest 3S, if you still have the
Listen,
Quest 2.
I love
So
it.
let's upgrade.
A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes, because you got this as a surprise. You hear me? I had to freestyle a little bit. Listen, this is a humongous deal. I love that Joy brought out that, coming from a Quest 2, especially if you're coming from a Quest 2, this is a no-brainer. And for those who have kids who've been begging, Mama, Daddy, I want a Quest, this $200 is... Come on. All right. I'm just being honest with y'all. Like, we ain't even gotta have no affiliate link. Just go get this thing right now. Like, go get it.
Yeah.
$200. Now, if you missed this, somehow you missed this, and you're like, well, man, I'm not loyal to Costco. I don't have a Costco membership. So how in the heck do I get this deal? Well, there's another deal on the horizon. Pun intended. And it's from Best Buy. Now, I love me some Best Buy. And listen, we're not sponsored, but hey, Best Buy, if you want to sponsor us. Yeah, we're not sponsored by Best Buy, but they have an incredible deal too. What's the deal for this one, Joy?
Yeah, so this one is the Quest 3S is on sale for $250 at Best Buy, and it comes with a $50 Best Buy gift card and a 1 month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So and the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners VR game comes with it.
Listen, come on, y'all. All right, I mean, Meta they not playing. Meta say they not playing. Okay, they say put some respect on my name. Zuck say put some respect on my name. It's an incredible deal. I'm seeing it even in the chats as well. Henry Wilson, excellent deal. Iron Like Man says insane deal. It's a incredible deal. And the biggest thing about this, you got to think about this. We just got, and we're going to talk about this moving forward now. We just got Deadpool VR. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna talk all about that. That's this whole little.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about it. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna talk about Deadpool right now, because that's literally our next topic. Because
okay, well,
look, I'm like over here, like, okay, so with Deadpool VR, of course we covered it. We got a chance to get early access to it. Shout out to Meta for that. A lot of people, I was seeing this all down my Twitter feed, my X feed, my Thread feed. People were like, oh, the influencers, they got their hands on it. Oh, how is it game of the year already? And then people started playing, and they're like, wait a minute, this is actually really, really
it's
good.
A really good game.
The game is incredible, y'all. It's vulgar. It's Deadpool. Okay, it's a lot of innuendos. It's Deadpool. It's got a lot of that type of energy. And of course, what I do love about it, for those who do have a different type of background, similar to us, there is kid pool mode where you can just turn off the slurs, you can turn off the cussing. It doesn't quite remove everything, but it kind of cleans it up to make it easier for kids to play and for those who may not want to deal with all the slurs and things like that. But the game is absolutely incredible, and once again proving how Meta is investing so heavily into gaming right now. Like
Yeah, and their
tremendously.
their marketing was on point where we had the package come here, those 2 packages of Deadpool, and we were like, what in the world, these garbage bags here? And it had all the merch in it. It was super cool. So shout out to them for that.
Yeah, like literally Deadpool sent us a whole trash bag, okay, y'all. And I'm like,
Two.
what, like two trash bags full of different pieces of content for us to enjoy for this release. So shout out to MetaQuest again and Marvel Games. An incredible game. You guys need to go check it out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Now, there is something else going on in the meta land. We just actually got a chance to break it today. We were one of the few people who had early access to it, and that is the Meta Horizon Hyperscape capture application. Now allows you not only to scan your room, but also invite your friends and family over. Now, this is the part about it that I think unlocks the metaverse, Joy. But I want to hear your thoughts about it first, because this is something we've been waiting on for a long time.
Yeah, I can see this being used in so many different ways, as far as like education or for people who don't have the means to go places but want to see and experience things, and people scan different places. That would be so incredible. Like the sky's the limit to this, and the realism of it too is like, well, we'll talk about how real it was when JDun, when we were filming it.
Okay, I knew she was gonna go here. She would. She always likes to do this to me. She gonna pull this out. Go ahead and tell the story. Go ahead and tell the story.
All right, so we were filming the so we were filming the video that you were seeing on the screen there. And by the way, phenomenal job, JDun, on the video.
Mhm.
And so we were done, and all of a sudden I hear this boom, and I'm like, what is going on? Well, JDun threw his phone thinking that he was throwing it on the sofa, but it
Listen,
wasn't his sofa. It was what you threw it at?
it was
Like
it
it was
was
a
really
wall or something?
it felt like, okay, I was looking through the headset. Joy was in the room. Of course, she's in the other room, but she's in the room as an avatar recording me talking in my virtual room. And it was one to one to me. So I literally had my phone in my hand. I was like, grabbed it for something real quick, and I put my headset back down and threw it at the virtual couch, thinking that it was a couch, and I literally hit a table. And yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad my glasses, my iPhone was okay. But yeah, it was not
So it's
funny.
good.
It
The realism is real.
the realism is real. I like that, Joy. The realism is real. It feels extremely real. In fact, it's so funny to me because when we dropped the first video about this maybe a month or two ago, when they first dropped the capture portion of it, folks were saying, why are you so excited about pass-through? Because it was looking at the video of me in my room going, I cannot believe this. And I was like, that's the point. You guys are thinking this is a camera feed. This is a virtual scan of my room, and it can only
Yeah.
get better. The cameras on Quest are not the most highest quality cameras there are. So just keep that in mind, for sure. Let me go charge my MetaQuest, Pastor Corey Clark said. Absolutely, absolutely, yes. Now, we got a huge super chat. We appreciate you, fam.
Oh, thank
Hyperscape Capture
you.
is next level. Also, next coffee on me. Hey, I appreciate that line. Like, man,
Oh, thank
that
you.
really means a lot. Mo Cheeks in the building. Appreciate you, fam, for tuning
Hey
in
there.
live. You know what I'm saying? The Vision Pro fam right there. But yeah, like honestly, I'm just kind of Hyperscape Capture. Now, granted, this is not codec avatars. This is still
Right.
with your regular 2D regular avatar from Quest, what we would call stylized avatar. I can
Mhm.
only imagine that codec avatars have to be coming pretty soon, persona style avatar, so that you can use this in the space.
Fingers
Look,
crossed.
fingers crossed. We've been waiting, Meta, we've been waiting for like 4 years. But yeah, we're hoping to see that very soon. And I think that's going to be big. Like, I'm thinking about going to scan like some cool stuff. I don't want to give it away because it's going to be part of our content, but I'm really excited about using this technology even more, and it's just scanning on kind of cool stuff.
Is this something you guys are going to be getting into? Like, do you feel like y'all
I
are going to
love
use
that.
it? Just let us know.
Let
If
us know in
y'all
the
gonna be
comment
using it.
section. Let us know in the chat right now. We're going to pull it up on the screen. If you feel like you will actually use Meta Horizon Hyperscape. But while you guys are discussing that, we'll get back into the rest of breaking news, because that was just the meta section, y'all. We just got through the meta section, but we got more to discuss now. I all right. The last podcast, I said some things. In fact, I'm gonna take Joy off the screen because she's like, I'm not in this.
I'm not.
I said some things about the Logitech Muse that Apple must have saw and got offended by. Tim Cook, I am sorry, because literally within, I mean, not even a day later, I want to say, we end up seeing an update for let me see if I can pull it up here.
Well, I mean, hey, isn't that a good thing though? If you said you
Yeah.
went in and you said something and then after it made them want to change it, so it's like,
Yeah.
thank you, JDun.
Thank you, JDun. I like that. Thank you so much. JDun gets the good claps. All right. JDun gets the good. Oh, thank y'all so much. It's too much. It's too much. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So literally the next day, this application came out. It's literally called Spray Paint Spatial on the Vision Pro, which just showed me just the coolest application for this. And of course, this could happen on other platforms because the Vision Pro, the way they do spatial mixed reality, is just incredible. And I mean, it was literally a day after the podcast, and then on top of that, not only did they do this, in Vision OS 26.2. They've actually released what is, I can say, system-wide level support for the Muse, which means it treats it like an Apple Pencil. So where we don't have an Apple Pencil officially for Vision Pro, we can use the Logitech Muse in any iPad app or any app that uses Apple Pencil, which just basically takes this pen and makes it so much worth it with a spatial device like Vision Pro. So we got to give Apple the good claps. Tim Cook, we appreciate you tuning in to Get Them to the Metaverse. I know y'all don't like y'all don't like the Metaverse term, I heard, but we really appreciate you. Like man said, to be fair, it was all true when you said it. You know
Exactly.
what? You know what? That is true. That is true. Pastor Corey said, I didn't know it was okay to use VR in the sun. Okay, so I'm so glad you said that. Let's talk about that. So Joy and I have been doing VR for, like, let's say almost 5 years now, and it was a big no-no. It was always, don't you dare use your VR headset in direct sunlight. The reason why, it's not the cameras in front, it's the lenses inside. So if you was to take off your Quest and the sun is being down and the sun would hit the actual lenses, it would burn the LCD screen or the OLED screen or the micro OLED screen. And so it's recommended that you do it in overcast, you do it in shadowing, or if you are trained, trained professional here on how to take it on and off without messing up showing the glare or your lenses, you'll be able to use it outside. And if you notice, MetaQuest used to frown upon it as well, but they started posting content with them using it outside, and they've kind of relaxed it a little bit. With Vision Pro, it doesn't have that problem. Vision Pro doesn't have, they did some things, some trickery, some magic there to make sure that you can use it in any type of element. And I'm thinking more devices are going to be like that more over time.
Great question.
Yes, he said, thank you for clarifying that. Absolutely, absolutely. It's what we do. Now, while we're talking about
Wait, before we go we gotta go back to the people that said that they were definitely going to be using a Hyperscape. So yeah, check it out. Make sure
yes, Henry
that
Wood said definitely. Pastor Corey Clark said most definitely. For sure is something that everyone will be using. I mean, I don't see a reason. Now, there is some privacy concerns, Joy. I know you stressed that to me heavily. Like, I'm
Absolutely.
I'm not allowed to scan any other part of our home. Okay. So you get the studio, we show that all the time. That's about
Yeah.
it. But we're gonna try to take this outside of the norm and do some different things with it. What I'm expecting to come from Hyperscape overall, just to kind of close that out, is to see this for like museums and different things like that, places that you want to hold and capture for memory's sake. Maybe not
Yes.
always your home, but I'm sure people will use it for that as well.
Mhm.
But we got a surprise piece. Joy was not prepared for this part of the podcast.
Uh-oh.
Her favorite headset. Let me just pull it real quick.
Oh
Her
my
favorite
God.
headset right here, the PlayStation VR 2. While we're talking about Vision Pro, I wanted to mention real quick. So there's a sale going on. Why is that important? Why
Oh
am I
my
talking
God.
about Vision Pro and PlayStation VR 2 in the same sentence? Well, uh, Vision Pro allows you to use PSVR 2 controllers for your Vision Pro to use spatially. And the cost of them now, you can buy them actually at apple.com or in store. The cost is $250 for two controllers and a charging dock. Now, for Black Friday, I'm going to go ahead and put the camera on Joy. For Black
Do
Friday,
not.
for Black Friday, okay, I'm going to take it off.
Okay.
For Black Friday, the cost of the PSVR 2 and its controllers and the game and all that good stuff is $300.
Wait a minute. So hold on. Let me run that back. So originally, just the controllers are $250, but
From
on Black
Apple,
Friday
yes.
at Apple, but for Black Friday, it's the controllers with the PlayStation 2 VR headset. It's $300.
It's $300.
Are you kidding me? Like what?
Look, this is Joy. Y'all can screenshot this.
Uh,
This is Joy's favorite
no, it is
headset
not.
on the entire planet.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop because it is not.
Yeah,
We,
no.
we got this used. I did not buy this. I was not allowed. Hear this clear. I'm gonna put it on me. Let me put it on me. I was not allowed to buy a new PSVR 2 headset. So if I wanted those controllers, I couldn't go buy the controllers by themselves at the time. I had to buy it with the PSVR 2, and I paid less than $250 as well for this whole rig as well. So it's a heck of a deal. So if you are a Vision
Yeah,
Pro
that is
owner
a heck of a deal.
and you have a PlayStation 5 and you were wanting to get the controllers, I would suggest, Joy would suggest, you just go on down and buy you the PlayStation VR 2 for $300 with the game and everything else, so you can play it on PlayStation 5 as well as
And
the
also,
controllers.
it's saying that the digital edition of the PS5 will be on sale for $400,
Whoa.
and the PS5 Pro will be offered at $650. So
Okay.
you'll get all that. So if you get the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 2 VR together for $700, or the PS5 Pro and the PS VR 2 for $950. So that's all under
Yeah,
$1,000.
that's right. No chat GPT needed for that calculation, okay?
No.
Like, it's incredible of a deal. So if you're looking for controllers and you, like I said, you have a Vision Pro, like I said, this is really, we are not recommending PlayStation VR 2 to anybody.
No, we're not.
But
But
if you
we
got
have
a
to
Vision,
let people know.
yeah, but if you got a Vision Pro, then you go get those controllers, and I think that's a great deal for those who do. Now, I will break off here and talk about a little bit of a game that recently came out for Apple Vision Pro, which is, let me get it here. It's going to be, let me see if I got it. Yep, right about here. Glass Breakers, which is an incredible application and game that just recently came out for the Vision Pro. I'm trying to. I think this might get Joy in there, y'all. I think this might. Now it's on MetaQuest as well, so she can cheat a little bit and play it on MetaQuest. But Glass Breakers is an arena style strategy game where you control these three heroes of your team, and you're just trying to play the game of glass, which is basically taking out the other team's glass piece there, and when you break it, the game's over. So there's like two little towers, and then you have the main one, and then it's over. Listen, I know it sounds simple, The game is absolutely gorgeous, but exclusively on Vision Pro, it's played with hand tracking, and it's just the best way to play it. It looks gorgeous, it looks incredible. So we had to give it a shout out because Vision Pro doesn't have that many applications. It does.
When you told me about this, and I saw from your amazing video, by the way, I
Thank you.
just had to I just had to say that it looked incredible, and I will never take that away from Apple. The one thing that Apple does have is the beautifulness of the screens that they show and stuff, and the graphics and everything is just it's beautiful. So I will put it on and I will try it. So yeah,
Come on,
I haven't had time. I
we
haven't had
gotta
time.
we gotta give her the good claps, okay? Joy gonna put the Vision Pro on to play Glass Breakers,
And
and
I'll
listen,
let y'all know what I think about it for real, for real.
like this is the cool thing about Glass Breakers. It's also cross play with Steam VR as well as MetaQuest. So you can play
Oh, okay.
with people on all platforms, even if you don't own Vision Pro. You can play against. So now I'm gonna be honest with you. Once me and Joy get in there and me in there, ain't nobody beating us, and I don't want to hear nothing about it. We the best. But that's aside. That's beside the point there. But yeah, Vision Pro is beginning to be a more incredible powerhouse. And as we talk about this next topic, I'll be honest, it's kind of reinvigorated us for the Vision Pro platform and spatial computing as a whole. But we'll get into that in just a second. Listen, this has been a great time with y'all. Make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up while we discussing this
Yeah.
great breaking news. Now we're gonna move on to our basically third topic, our third section in breaking news, and that is Galaxy XR. So we have been for what, Joy, the last 2 or 3 weeks,
2 3 weeks.
um,
Yeah.
been in deep dive. When I say deep dive, head not coming up for water, really trying to figure out how we want to review the Galaxy XR and give you guys our best as we did for Vision Pro, which, and once again, that video, if you have not watched our Vision Pro review, it still stands today. How we felt about it then is how we feel about it now. And we're just trying to figure out how we want to do that. But Joy, do you want to maybe give them like a taste of what some first impressions of what you're thinking, and we can kind of go from there?
Yeah. First impression, turning it on, walking through the setup and everything, super simple. It's visually pleasing. And so I give that a thumbs up. And the clarity of it when it actually comes on in a pass through reminds me so much of Apple Vision Pro. Um, and that's a good thing with the clarity and how the apps are arranged and whatnot. But in the hand tracking, I have not had an issue with the hand tracking, so I absolutely love that.
Yeah, that's
That's all I
big.
want to say for right now.
Listen, all right, Joy gave y'all some good thoughts there. Now I'm gonna say this: when we talk about all these different things we're doing when it comes to Android XR, Joy also got into the Avatar system and really gave it a run. Now, she actually ended up loving her avatar, but wishing for a few other things. I want to make sure you cover that too, Joy, because I think you've
Mhm.
already made that clear what you want. So I think that's safe to at least put out there outside of the review.
Yeah, so I was able to play around with the avatar system, and I absolutely love all the options that they had. However, with the body types, there's only one body type. However, um, all the other things is a plethora to choose from. Like I absolutely love the variety of even to the socks. Like you can choose sock design and stuff like that, even if you don't see it. It's really cool. Um, but I really am looking forward to the day that you can really customize the body size and be more inclusive to body shapes and whatnot like
Yeah,
that. And I remember when Quest first started out, our avatar system had came a long way
long
on
way,
MetaQuest. So for
long
them
way.
to start out with all the things that they have, that's a thumbs up. So I'm super like impressed about that.
Yeah, and now what we found out just through some research is that this is basically the Galaxy avatars are the same avatars that Samsung has been pushing on their mobile devices for years. It's
Mm,
not so they've had time to build out that the clothing and things like that. But the body types, we were really surprised by that. I want to say even with the original Meta avatars, you could at least have a different types of shapes until we got.
yeah.
Now we didn't have legs for the longest, so there's that. But the reality of it is that it's not as bad as we've seen starting
Mm-mm.
out. So we want to give
Listen.
Android XR that plus as well. Now we got a question from Line like me, and this feeds into the next part of what I wanted to talk about when it comes to Android XR. From my perspective, he said, real quick though, have you checked to see if Pokemon Go works on Samsung XR? Now I haven't personally looked for Pokemon Go, but I will say,
Mhm.
me and Joy was pleasantly surprised, let's just say, how many applications day one were there that
That
are
part.
just flat regular Android games, not any special version, not any XR version of it. Call of Duty Mobile, we could just stop talking right there. That's Joy's game. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Don't mess with her on Call of Duty Mobile.
That
She is
part.
elite status. I don't forgot what she's up there status. I don't even know what the I look. She's so elite, y'all. I can't even play with her
You can't
anymore.
play with me no more.
They won't even allow me to play with her anymore. So you can play Call of Duty Mobile. We did download the Pokemon trading card game, the more popular one now that's out now. Haven't tried Pokemon Go, but I will definitely check that out and let you know. I will say
Yes,
this
we have to check that out.
that it's their openness is there now as far as the applications. I said this be in our review. We won't go too in detail. It's still early days, y'all. It's still early days. So
Yeah.
the first impression is when it does what it's supposed to do, it works great. Are there bugs? Absolutely. It's literally the
Hmm.
first firmware they've ever shipped and the first version of the headset they've ever shipped. There's going to be bugs. When we had the Quest 2 early on,
Early.
2020, we've seen, we will say this Quest has been the most updated platform we've ever owned. The Quest 2
Yes.
till this day is still getting updates. And we were on Quest 2 when it was on version 20. And we're on version 83
Yeah.
PTC right now, not even officially yet. So yes, it is a very early thought process, but we will have first impressions and a review very soon on the channel. And so Henry Wood said, I really can't wait to see what the OS looks like a year from now. I'm an Android user, so having all my apps on it is incredible. I love that. And see, that's the part about it. We're more on the Apple side. I'm trying to keep Joy that way.
Listen, it's a thin line that's keeping me on this Apple side because I want to go on that, get on that Android with the flip phones and everything like that. I'm very, very tempted. But knowing that my Galaxy XR would be all in that ecosystem with that phone, I'm treading lightly. But yes, we are on Apple's
Yes,
I
we
OS.
are very much an Apple stylic home. Okay, that's how we would say it. Now, like I said, granted, this is like I said, it's early days. Now, if it came in and blew Apple Vision Pro out the water, if it had more apps than MetaQuest, which I cannot foresee that for a very, 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 very long
Mhm.
time, total different story. But for us, it's still very early days, but you will have our first impressions real soon. We got Christian
Yep.
in the building saying, what up, chat?
Hey
Appreciate you, fam,
there.
for tuning in. Henry Wood said, I actually play Xbox streaming through Chrome browser and my Xbox controller. It works great. Look, he even said, "Come on over, Joy." No, we rebuke that. That is, she is not coming over to the dark side. We will not. Now the other part about Galaxy XR, like you said, we're showing the avatars here, and us having a good time. One other thing that we are really excited about when it comes to Galaxy XR, on point, is that it's because Android XR, as far as a platform, currently has more capability. When I say capability, what we actually mean is more openness for people to come in from day one and do things because there's a USB-C slot that we have to
Mm,
bring attention to. That's not for charging. that's completely separate because it's going to be using the battery puck for that. Where you can plug in a docking station, you can plug in. I've seen people plug in X-Real glasses. Okay, so me and Joy, we are big on X-Real. I could be in the Galaxy XR. She can plug in the USB slot of USB-C slot of the Galaxy XR and see what
See
I'm
what?
doing in the Galaxy XR headset. That functionality is kind of crazy, to be able to do those types of things, and then it just opens up a whole nother lottery of cool things that we can do. So keep it locked on Getting Things Done for more information around Android XR. Now, as we move to what will be the last section, we saved this for last because it's going to be how can we say an incredible conversation around something coming back. Now, we don't talk about this company a lot. It's not a company that we speak of on this particular podcast because they have not been doing anything in VR on the scale of a new headset since 2019. But an article just came out today saying that they've been working on this particular headset since before 2019, and that is, of course, Valve when it comes to the Steam frame. Joy, I need to interview you and get you because here we are. Galaxy XR just came out a few weeks. Okay.
Yep.
A few weeks ago, Apple Vision Pro M5, which we did not get, but it came out a few weeks ago. We got Quest 3S going off the hinges because Black Friday and killing all the sales. We are eating good right now. That's why we call it XR Thanksgiving. We are eating good. And then out of nowhere, Steam Frame on a random Tuesday or Wednesday midday comes out of nowhere and says, "Hey, we're coming out with a headset. It's not out right now. It's coming out next year. I need to hear your thoughts, Joy. I need to hear your thoughts, Joy."
It wasn't like a "Hey, I'm here." It was more like a Kool-Aid man bust through the door. "Oh yeah, I'm here." It was like, okay, so I think Steam has just shooken up the whole industry because of all the things that is going to come with this. Because one, I'm hearing that is modular, so you can really
Come on, talk about it.
you can really change things out of with the hardware and stuff like that on this headset. And I'm like, okay, that's a game changer. And also too with the Steam the Cube, is that what it's called?
So I love that you call the
is
Cube. You that's proof that the internet is actually working. So it's not
The
called
Cube?
the Cube.
What it is called?
It is called the look. I got a picture up here. I'll bring that up in a second. It's called the Steam Machine. Okay.
Oh, the Steam Machine. Okay,
The Steam
it's
Machine.
a cube though.
Yes, it's a cube.
Black
It's
cube.
like a game cube, but some people are calling it a Gabe Cube because Gabriel is the CEO of Valve. But yes,
It's
that
like
is the
shaking
intriguing
up.
piece.
Yeah, it's shaking up the console world of gaming and stuff. And so I'm like, I am really curious to see, since this is going to be releasing, how the other players in the game are going to respond to it
Yeah.
for their future headsets or the things that's going to come out because of this. Because every time there's a new headset that comes out, each player says, okay, well I have this that's something similar to what is being released. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a very, very so we gotta say this first. This thing does not have color pass through, so we got to get that out the way. Now, the reason why that may not be as important for the modular piece of this and why modularity is so important is that, hey, Valve was like, well, yeah, we don't ship with color pass through, but someone could just make a color pass through module and plug it straight into the port that's right in the front and give you color pass through. It doesn't have face tracking, but somebody could ship a face tracking module and then
Crazy.
so we've never had that before. We've never had something modular on this level. And now this thing is more closer. Let's just be honest. It's more closer to a Quest 3. It's not a Vision Pro competitor. It's not here to compete on that hyper premium level. It's not focused on mixed reality for sure. We know that because it has no color pass through. It's not even
Mhm.
a Galaxy XR. It's not even going after that method. What it's doing is this is the first VR headset. And this is the most important thing, and that's why I was going to put up this picture because I was indoctrinated by my good friend Jose, the VR tech, for 2.5 hours. He indoctrinated me on the use case of this headset that is so special because this headset is really a computer on your face. Now we've heard that before, Joy. Me and you
Mhm.
both have heard spatial computer with Vision Pro. We've heard spatial applications with Meta Quest. But this will be the first device ever to actually be a computer on your face to let you run full on Linux in desktop mode, install, get this, y'all, Windows applications, Android applications, PCVR standalone, as well as made for Steam Frame applications as well. This is something we've never seen before.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm saying I'm excited to see what's going to happen whenever it is released and the other competitors see that and how it's going to just push the tide along.
Yeah, that's why we said we're eating so good. I see Henry Wood said I'm getting a Steam Frame day one to play my Steam games on that is going to be lit. It's pure VR headset. Listen, that's another
Yeah.
part of this too. Now Joy, we're not going to talk about what game Joy is addicted to at the time, but let's just say it revolves around a little cute little kitty that everyone says hello to, and uh, I've been trying to get her into virtual desktop. Like, hey, you can play your game on a big screen on Quest. And she was like, it's too much. It's too much work. She'll do it for a little bit, and she's like, just go back to my computer. Joy, I gotta ask, is this going to be because the getting things done household is going to probably get one or two of these? Do you think this is going to be your person who likes kitties and say hello to them machine? Is my question to you.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'll definitely have to see all the specs and everything to see if it's really worth it and whatnot. But hey, I'll see. I'll see.
Look, Joy not giving y'all nothing, okay? She's like, I'm not telling y'all if I'm getting this or not. I will say we had a great conversation together, just talking about our space as a whole and seeing that XR is finally at a place we gotta name them out, Joy. We just had 4 sections of this podcast when we talk about breaking news. We talked about
Hmm.
Meta, multi-billion-dollar company. We're talking about Apple, multi-trillion-dollar company. We're talking about Google, Alphabet, multi-trillion-dollar company.
Hmm.
We're now talking about Valve, multi-billion-dollar company, all investing at the same time into
Yeah.
VR. And that's not even including the vendors like Samsung and all the others that are now invested into the same space. And we've been waiting for this, Joy, since 2020 when we got the Quest 2 and we were like, this is going to change everything. It's what drove us to begin to make content. And so that's why we say it's XR Thanksgiving because we're literally eating good. The XR fam is literally eating good right now. I see.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I see Line Like Man saying have worries about them saying it's weaker than the deck, but also it's basically just for the gamer. So it's looking like it's not for me. Absolutely understand that. What are you about to say, Joy?
Yeah, I was just about to say that this is a time right now for people who have always wanted to get into VR or XR and see what it's about. It's a low buy-in right now. 199 that you can get it, $200 to get in through Meta Quest. Like this is the time. A lot of these devices, I can say this right now. So we went to the eye doctor,
That's right.
and our eye doctor has MetaQuest in um their office,
Yeah.
and they're using it to do eye tests and everything, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, are you serious? And
Yeah.
so these things are going to start being implemented more and more in our everyday life. And so we just want you all to get used to it, to get a hold of these devices and start playing around, and just know that this device is for you. These devices are for you. Don't be scared of the technology, because again, it's going to be implemented into everyday life eventually.
Yeah, and that's why we started the whole podcast about get them to the metaverse. A lot of people thought it was only about getting them into Horizon Worlds. No, we're talking about metaverse technology.
Mm-mm.
We're talking about metaverse as a whole, as the 3D internet, as the changing of how everything going into computing. We even mentioned that we was on a TV show, the Today Show, right? NBC Today
Yeah,
morning, yeah.
the,
And we were on the
the
Today Show
Today Show.
talking about how it's not so much the metaverse as this is it's the next computing platform. It's changing of the guards, right? So everyone was looking at internet back in the day saying it's a fad. Well, we're now in that place where everyone is investing into VR, and Joy has said it so perfectly. It's the lowest price point we've ever had. If someone
Yeah.
in the 90s, someone in the early 2000s, heck, even Palmer Luckey in 2014, if you would have told him you can buy a standalone VR headset with a huge library of games for $200, he would probably flip you off and tell you were crazy and stop lying to him. It's not going to happen. And so it's really important.
Yeah, and this is the thing, it's not just about games. These things are about productivity that you can do in your everyday life that makes your job easier. Putting on a headset and have multiple screens from your computer. I mean, it's the sky is the limit, but y'all make sure y'all get into this, because you do not want to be left behind.
Look, I love Joy said it, and look, we're gonna bring this back to Henry Willis. He said, "I'm glad for Google to be back in VR game. I really love Google Daydream back in the day, and that was upset me when Google got out of it. Absolutely, it's funny. We actually bought us some Daydreams just to have, just to kind of reminisce on. So we understand that pain for sure. Pastor Corey's like, thank y'all for always keeping us plugged in. I pray God continues to prosper and increase y'all. We appreciate that
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you.
And says you lady Maz 7840 says Steam has so many different games and open source software to make almost any first person game into VR, so they have a real potential for the push even better than Meta. Hey, we want to
Yeah.
see it. Listen,
Yes.
now we're not gonna be Meta shields here, but I will
No, we're
defend.
not.
I will and say this, and I'm glad you brought this up. This is a great comment. Meta has, I don't know any company in the world that has invested more into seeing VR take off than Meta. Now, that doesn't mean we've seen Windows invest into computing more than a lot of other companies, and Windows is beginning to dwindle down. Over time, if you don't keep up, if you don't stay
Right.
hungry, if you don't stay motivated, if you don't listen to your customer base, eventually, yeah, you will lose. But it's actually Meta's battle to lose, not the other way around. And we just got Deadpool VR for Quest, and it's standalone. There just hasn't been anyone else. Not I don't no one who's invested more money in the metaverse and seeing VR take off than Meta. So I'm not going to ever bet against Meta, and that's with me owning every form of VR headset and loving and showcasing, along with Joy, every VR headset to the point to where we
Yeah.
sometimes be like, why are we buying all these things? So just know we're excited to see all these in a rising tide rises all
Raises
ships.
all ships.
Rises all the ships. And then Jason Drago says, I travel a lot for work and I use Quest 3 for color pass through to watch TV and movies on a giant screen. I look forward to being able to spend time with family in shared spaces in hyperspace. Listen, Hyperscape.
Absolutely.
We put that in our tweet today, saying that they released this at the perfect time. Friendsgiving in the
Yes.
metaverse, Thanksgiving for family and friends who can't. You can scan your home. Like I can go to my mom's house and scan the house, and maybe invite my sister over. We might need to do that, Joy. Invite my sister over, and we can have like a Thanksgiving, a conversation on the couch, and just be connected. That's what this technology is all about. The reason why we love the
Yeah.
Vision Pro so much, and Joy knows this is the one thing she will agree with when it comes to Vision Pro, is when we're talking to some of our friends and family who don't even live in the country with us. They live overseas and things like that. It's something to be able to see photos together, share things together
Yeah.
in a space, and just have a face-to-face conversation that's you just can't get off of Zoom. That 3D presence is everything. and we're only still scratching the surface of what these devices can do. Your lady Ron says Meta needs to integrate AI generated worlds. Hey, that's actually happening. Keep it locked on getting things done. More news around that particular thing very soon. But
very soon.
Meta Horizon Worlds definitely has some AI generated tools that's already available and some cool stuff that's coming down the pipeline. But listen, y'all, we've been rambling on for almost an hour. This is incredible. Joy, this is why I keep saying this. XR Thanksgiving. This is why, because we are feasting real good. All these companies, I have to say it one more time, all these companies are bringing their A game, and we're so excited to see it. Well, Joy, this has been a blast, and thank y'all so much for tuning in. I want to hear your last words. What you got to say to the people?
Well, thank you all so much, as we say each time and time again. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Get 'em to the Metaverse. And we want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, because we probably won't see you all for Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And also, JDun, any last words?
Yes, absolutely. Listen, y'all go pick up that PSVR 2. Joy's favorite. I'm playing with y'all. Now, listen, y'all, we're so excited for where the industry is heading now. And I just want you to know from the bottom of our heart that we are grateful for every single one of you who tuned in live and who will continue to watch us even after the live is over. But listen, this is episode 53 of Get 'em to the Metaverse, and we will catch y'all next time. Shout out to every single person in the building one more time. We got Henny Wood say, yeah, glad I made the live podcast this time. Happy Thanksgiving as well. Yes, we appreciate y'all. And anyone who leaves a comment, we're going to try to catch y'all at the end of the show. Until next time, it's your boy JDun
and JoyReign.
And we'll see y'all later. Peace. Look, I want to freeze it on Joy.